Hello grapplers, welcome to another Zangief video. Today we're going to talk about something I wanted to mention for a long time, but it's hard to actually explain this, so bear with me. We're going to talk about the fear of the command grab. I've seen a lot of grapple players, Zangief in this game, trying to go for way too many command grabs or not any command grabs at all. I think the main reason is because command grab resets to neutral. We all know that, and you have to waste a drive meter to get in again. However, I think there's something that needs to be acknowledged about command grab, and that is the damage you do to your opponent, but not necessarily to the health bar, but to the mental stack of the opponent, to the anxiety of the opponent when you're trying to go for command grabs. Command grabs, usually you want to do them after your plus frames, something like crouching light punch, standing light punch, right? Your Q lights plus frames, and also headbutt. Your plus 4, plus 1, and plus 2 respectively. Also, you have another couple of set of tools, which are crouching medium punch and also drive rush standing medium punch. So whenever you go for either Q lights or any of those buttons, the fear of the command grab is established. But how do you get to that point? First, you need to land a command grab by itself. Since Zangief doesn't have any kind of overhead, well, he does with wheel kick, but it's 22 frames, so yeah. The only way to break opponents that are blocking too much, and this usually happens in burnout, is by going for command grabs, or again, in the case of burnout, very carefully with drive impact. Don't jump too much in this game. That is the first thing. Also, backdashes and forward jumps against Zangief are very strong. So you need to let them know that you have the opportunity to command grab, but then you don't actually go for it. So in order to establish the fear of the command grab, I would recommend always going for a couple of lights or just one light. That especially if you already grab them, they know that this is a command grab opportunity. If you jump or do any kind of setup that allows you to go into crouching light kick, you can go into this link that first of all has a gap, so they cannot jump. They can, however, do supers and other things. You can go for the gapless version, which is this, and you have the opportunity to at least be in a position where you can light command grab them. Basically light SPD, which is very important. This is the usual stuff, grabbing them after plus frames. If you want to go for something creative, like not necessarily the obvious one, which is just going for a command grab after your plus frames. This is something that is important. And the first thing you need to know is that you need to play fearless at some point, and you need to get used to walking back after a few blocks. See? I walked back before he went in, so I make the last crouching light punch whiff. This is something very specific, especially happens when they mash. And to be honest, since burnout creates more distance when you're blocking, this is way more often in block strings when you are in burnout. You can actually, without even walking back, you can escape some situations just by blocking. If they go for 3 lights, usually 3 lights whiff. There. That is one way of landing SPD without them expecting to. The other way is trading. This is kind of hard. It depends on what you want to do. But just to give you one example, standing medium punch, you're plus 2. If you press crouching light punch and they're mashing a 4 frame, you're gonna trade. You can trade and be plus 2 or plus 1. Here you can command grab again because you have enough frames to do it. That is another way of being creative with the way you command grab them. You have to, in my opinion, in this game, you have to go for the obvious ones sometimes, like, again, the crouching light punches, and the empty jumps SPDs, the knee SPD, super 3, but you have to be way more creative with grabs. The final thing you might want to do, and this, I think this is the most important one, especially when you're there in the corner, is to be fearless regarding command grab and walking. So if you see them blocking, because this is very common against Zangief, they see them blocking because they're afraid, you know, they're pressing some buttons, they're afraid that you are going to go for the command grab, then you can do what I call the little dance, which is just getting closer with Zangief and make them think you're gonna grab them. They fear enough of a possible command grab, especially if you're here, because remember, the light command grab has a lot of range, so you can squeeze one in. Very likely, if the opponent is scared, they're gonna neutral jump, forward jump, or backdash. And against all of those, you can react with standing medium punch. You can even super one if you see them neutral jumping. You can standing hard kick, then neutral jump, and then go for Borch OD, Borch Dynamite. At the end of the day, being creative with command grabs is very important. And also remember that you have your best throw, the best throw in the game probably, which is a Spine Buster. Another thing that is also significant that I don't see many people doing with Zangief is that when you have them in burnout, every button, especially mid buttons like standing medium punch or crouching medium kick, can be a potential SPD. Usually Zangief, in order to establish dominance with medium buttons, you need a dry brush, but you don't need that when they're in burnout. So you can go for something like this, you're always +2. So you can mix them up, another +2. There, they don't expect to be grabbed from a blocked standing medium punch, because that is something that just doesn't happen that much. And if you go for the usual suspects, like the already plus buttons, you'll see that all of them are way too plus to throw a command grab right away. You're either +5, +6, you know, +8. Dry brush, you're gonna be even more plus. Remember your mids, especially crouching medium kick. This is so weird. Like, do you think they're gonna expect to be command grab after crouching medium kick? You need to be very careful with how you land your command grabs, but you need to be creative. So think about this. Next time you play Zangief and you play against someone, and you landed like a light SPD, for example, at any range, either walking or doing anything else. Try to force a situation where a command grab might be what they think, what you feel they might think you want to go for. So throw a couple of lights, see if they jump. Are they jumping too much? And what if you go for this? This is very useful against lights. Most lights whiff. Also, if you see them jumping, let's say you're very close to them and you go for 2 lights. If you think they're gonna jump, maybe throw a health stab and confirm that into Lariat and do damage. If you catch them jumping with this health stab, you can go into the OD Lariat and then OD Burst in the corner. Just remember, this is not a frame trap, as I always say. If you're one command grab away for winning the round, they might expect that, so they might keep jumping more often. So you can guess the jump with just a couple of lights. I think the best moments to grab someone in this game, let's say they are not in burnout, are at the start of the round, so you establish dominance right away with just one command grab, or just to finish the round. Everything in between is situational. Like you might need some, you might need the life lead. Thus, command grabs are important with Zangief, but more important than that is the fear that they might get command grab. Acting like they won't get command grab. Use your plus frames, and sometimes just go loco. Maybe just a regular dash into command grab. Command grab after trade, or situations where command grab doesn't make any sense, you can squeeze one in. You have to be creative with the way you command grab people in this game. Even use your plus frames, walk and then command grab. The command grab itself is damaging for sure, but the fear of it. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video where we're gonna talk about Lily, Marissa, and Kimberly. Take care, grapplers. I'll see you next time. Very soon, hopefully.